Hello and welcome into the PHLY Phillies soon-to-be post-game show. Jamie Lynch, Renee Washington. We have Andrew Frazier and JP with us as we are broadcasting live from the Gall & Co. here in Rockledge, courtesy of our friends at Miller Lite. We got to give away some Miller Lite tickets during the game. And Renee, there's TVs all over the place as the Phillies are up 7-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, as they are the road team today.
But you know what I'm most excited? Do you know what I'm most excited about today, Jamie?
What's that?
We are currently closing in on my school prediction. I had us predicted at 8-2, 7-2, bottom of the 8th currently.
You just need a little Nick Castellanos magic.
Well, I have to say I'm consistent because yet again I was going to the bathroom as Nick Castellanos smashed that home run. So I think I need to go to the bathroom again in order to make that 8th run happen. Every time I have to use the bathroom during our live events, grand slams and home runs happen. So, bam, it's me again.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely you.
Hello, it's me.
Yeah, hello from the other side. Adele's British, right?
Oh,
yeah.
We saw the Phillies do the Adele album covers with Garrett Stubbs, Christian Pache.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Oh, that was great. That was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
No, the images.
Yeah, where they were imposed. Was that her album covers? Is that what that was? Oh, no, I saw Bridgerton.
They did Bridgerton, too. Hi!
Oh, my little Paigey.
We got a guest, our first guest of this show.
This is my little Paigey.
Hi,
Paigey, say hi. Say go Phillies. Say go Phils.
The Phillies.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And this is the fun part that we've had at Gall & Co. today. We've got some great fans that have been here. We've got a chance to meet a number of our diehards that came up and introduced themselves. Our families are here.
We're going to invite two diehards on.
Here. My parents are here. We're going to invite some diehards onto the show. So it's great that we had this chance to hang out.
Paige, who's your favorite Philly?
Fanatic.
The Fanatic? Who's your next favorite Philly?
Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper. And Bryce Harper give her a pound.
Oh.
And Bryce Harper hit a home run today. Wasn't that cool? And he did the super cool English. Well, it's not unique to English, but the soccer slide.
It's a soccer slide for sure. And
but
listen,
being in the home of EPL and soccer, Bryce premeditated that one, Renee.
We have been debating, and let us know in the chat, guys, what you think. Did Bryce Harper plan that, yes or no? Because I feel like he probably had a few celebrations planned of what he was going to do if he had hit a home run.
Bye, PG.
I don't think that was fully scripted, but I think he was ready because Bryce is a man. Bryce is
10% scripted.
Bryce came with all the little details prepared for today, and listen, he is a man of the people. He changed his walk-up song to Spice Girls. If you want to be my lover,
is that what you
gotta get with my friends. Oh, I love that. Oh, love that song.
My sister
love
had a
that
Spice
album.
Girls phase. I'm aware of them.
Never end. Here's a story from A to Z. You want to get with me? You want to?
They were a very horny group, weren't they?
Spice Girls?
Yeah.
I mean, they were like 20-something-year-old women in the.
Like a lot of their songs were about the sex.
That's what a lot of songs are about. Period.
Yeah.
Sex and like drugs.
Well, yeah.
And partying.
Yeah. But the Spice
up your life.
Yeah, but don't they like talk about wrapping it up in one song?
I mean, like technically.
You're kind of a horny girl.
I mean, listen, I was 9 years old singing those songs, and
that's my point.
That's what makes it worse because you never know as kids what you're singing,
when
and you're
Rolling
just out here
Stones
singing
are
stuff.
singing about like drug say, it's like, well, their market is. Spice Girls' market was like 8-year-olds
and
to
I was
like
out there singing with my sisters, like, if you want to be my lover.
And one of the songs is about like using a
grade.
condom so you don't get like STDs. I'm like, you should
actually, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that, and you're really messing up my childhood.
Well, what's
right
that
now.
one song? They
I don't
literally
know
talk
because
about
I don't.
A condom.
I don't know
Spice
because
Girls
again,
are problematic.
In the 90s, when the Spice Girls were in their peak, I was like your daughter's age, and I never really. I was a child. Oh no! Don't change this. So yes, I love that, Bryce. Why you're spoiling my childhood?
Two became one.
Oh.
That song's about a threesome.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? You got 8-year-old girls
gorgeous,
out there.
Dave P. I agree, Dave P. They were gorgeous. I loved, and then also like they had all different types of looks, and you had a little fantastic time for music.
Two became one. It's about using condoms.
We're moving on, Jamie, because younger Renee right now is not happy about this. I will say, great to see as we're talking about Bryce being a man of the people. Hits his home run, does the soccer slide. We know that he has, the headband going.
That says the showman.
The showman, and the little things. The fanatic bats. These are all the things is why we love Bryce and even this team, because they get it. They locked in, and you see them right now continuing to just give us more reasons to love them. This has been a fun game to watch, even going down a run. And I know I've been talking about it with the different people here watching the game with us. You never felt like the Phillies were going to lose, and we've been so spoiled all season where we keep having that same feeling. It never really feels like they're going to lose because of just how well they've been playing and how well they've been responding when they do give up a run.
Yeah, an offensive explosion there happened today in the fourth inning. It was really great to see. And if I was Sean Manaea, I would go fistfight Sterling Marte in the dugout immediately after that inning.
Immediately.
Because if you remember back, and this is why I always say like baseball is determined on 2-out rallies. It's 2 outs, and was it Stott? I'm blanking now.
It was
or was it Witt? Somebody had like a blooper to short right center.
It was Sosa.
Oh, Sosa.
It was Edmundo Sosa, because who
Sosa.
else would be making a big
Marte,
play?
At first I gave him the benefit of the doubt of he probably didn't pick that up off the bat clearly, and maybe the white overhang, got in the way of his sight lines or whatever. And then I watched the replay of it, and I was like, my man made a business decision to not go for that ball. And if I was Sean Manaea, that was the difference of leaving after 4, only allowing 1. I think it was only tied up 1-1 at the time because it was right before Bryce.
No.
Right? Because Edmundo.
Yeah, it was right after Bryce hit his home run. It's a pivotal point in the game.
Yeah, it was before Witt's
pivotal point in the game. It's a 1-1 game, and you slow up. And they showed that replay several times, rightfully so, because again, in live time, we kind of were like, oh, maybe he misjudged it, whatever. But he literally slows down, allows the ball to fall. And as Dave P is saying in the chat, Marte's not making that trip back. That's a game-changing play.
He wasn't getting traded.
Edmundo, they've been DFAing people after game. Listen, you never know. Sosa hits that RBI, Bohm scores, Phillies are up 2-1, then Witt comes in, smashes a 3-run homer, then from there the game is opened up. All because of that one play. But those are the types of plays that, I'll take it a step further, Jamie, other teams are making erroneously, there's a word for you, that the Phillies are not making, knock on wood. We, in the past, have seen the Phillies make those types of blooper plays where it's you can't let that happen. It drastically changes the game. Now the Phillies are on the opposite side of those types of plays. And so, listen, we did have one error that we saw in the second or third inning that Sosa or Merrifield had. But overall, it hasn't been a lot of those plays where they just kind of, in that moment, it felt like Marte just went to sleep a little.
No, I think that's more just losers Met culture perpetuating itself. They are a loser franchise for a reason, and it's because that stuff happens. Say what you will, win-loss record about the Phillies, even if they weren't great, their culture is not going to allow that to happen on the regular.
Bingo.
And you see it happen up in the Queens all the time. Just so happens the Phillies have an incredible win-loss record on top of it. But that is true Mets loserdom. That type of attitude, that type of I'm going to make a business decision. I don't even want to be here. This team sucks. Their culture is already imploded. And the reality is baseball's a really long season, and you're not out of it until you're 100% out of it. So, for the Mets fans to already have given up, for Mets players to have already given up in early June, I think really just perpetuates what a loser organization they are.
Yeah.
Did I say that they were a loser organization
and
enough?
You know what? It's a shame because I wish Tyler was here, but I know Andrew would get this. Loser.
Is that a SpongeBob?
It's a SpongeBob reference.
Oh, yeah.
That is 1,000%. The Mets are going to Met. They're going to find a way to screw things up. Here you actually had the lead. Even with the game tied up, you still were in a good position. The Phillies rarely lose when they have, a 2+ run lead.
Nice guy.
Oh, hello. Guest number 2 of the day.
Yeah, it's my oldest
preschool
Skylar.
graduate.
Yeah. Skylar, tell the people, who's your favorite Philly?
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper. Who else are your favorites?
I don't know.
You like Christopher Sanchez a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, of course, the Fanatic.
Of course.
Did Mom show you the lineup this morning when I texted it to her? Yeah. Yeah, it was just an absolutely awesome game as we are entering the top of the ninth here, up 7-2. Maybe they'll get Renee's run so she gets the prediction right.
Ooh, I got to get something right.
I mean, somebody did call Bryce Harper to home run when we talked about, the showman, the brightest lights, and just,
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We did.
Whoa,
and
we
did also.
You're coattailing on my prediction.
We did also predict about Wits. This is it. It's like put up or shut up, and this was the moment that Witt was either gonna get going or not.
Yeah,
And today he did.
That's Andrew.
So we didn't predict a home run for Whit Merrifield, but it did feel like for this London trip, while you're looking that up, it's a chance for guys like Whit, Taiwan. You're getting a break from your home routine. You get to go change of scenery is sometimes needed. Get out, get a couple days off, reset, have some fun, and then now in a game like this, as we talk about being an exhibition game, there's not really as much pressure. And I wonder if that has helped Whit today, and hopefully will help Taiwan tomorrow to be able to just go out there and just have some fun.
What's really weird about that is it doesn't have Whit Merrifield's exit velocity on MLB Savant. But that inning...
Maybe the MLB Savant is surprised, too.
Yeah, I know. Whit Merrifield broke MLB Savant. But that inning, they were smoking Sean Manaea. Here's the exit velocities. All right, so JT lined out to start it off.
I got my shoe.
You dropped your shoe.
Oh, no. You don't have to wear shoes. You're your father's daughter.
Yeah. We're barefoot people.
Go toes out.
JT's line out was 108 miles an hour. Then Bryce Harper's home run was 107 miles an hour. Then Alec Boehm had the single, 103 miles an hour. Then Whit Merrifield's home run. Then Christian Pache hit one 109 miles an hour.
Shout out to Pache.
And Schwarber 101. So the Phillies in the fourth inning, I guess they had their spinach in between innings there and absolutely were roping Sean Manaea. And before we tell you about some of our friends, Nick Castellanos, get this, just hit a ball the hardest he's ever hit in his career. The home run Nick Castellanos just hit was 113.1 miles per hour.
That's insane.
Which is not only the hardest hit this year for him of his career. So I'll say it, Castellanos is back.
He's back. And honestly, Nick, Whit, I'm going to manifest this and hope it's the same for Taiwan. I think they needed London. I think this has given them the chance to, again, change the scenery, go have some fun, go Spice Girls, Harry Potter, Adele, whatever the London influence is. And it's really woken some guys up. And so Nick has already started. He already started this prior to the trip. But that's another game. We had talked about it pregame. You look at coming into today in his past 10 games, 10 for 39, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. We'll add another to that list in his now 11 games straight. That Nick Castellanos is here, guys. It's happening.
Yeah, you know what else is here? It's been here at the bar all day, Renee. That's our friends at Miller Lite. We got to give away some of their seats to an upcoming Phillies game, but we had $3 Miller Lite specials. And when you're at a bar with family and friends and watching our favorite Phillies team, it always pays to have a cold, refreshing, less filling Miller Lite because a lot has changed over the years. But the one thing that hasn't is the taste of Miller Lite, the cold, refreshing, light beer taste that was the original light beer. And to this day, it's still the best one. You don't have to change anything when you got it down perfect. When you think of what a light beer should taste like, it tastes like Miller Lite. They keep it simple, undebatable quality, great taste, and only 96 calories. It's a beer that strips away everything you don't need and holds on to what matters most. A light beer that tastes like light beer should taste like. Less filling and only 96 calories. The original light beer since 1975. And we can't thank them enough for presenting the London series this weekend with us here at PHLY Sports. So you don't have to choose what's best. Miller Lite has great taste and is less filling. Tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered directly to your door, visit MillerLite.com/PHLY Phillies, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Of course, Gall & Co. has it. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Only 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than a premium regular beer.
Premium beer, and It's been a fun day here celebrating at Gall & Co. watching the Phillies. And we want to make sure you guys also know where you can go to take care of your finances. Not only do we want you to eat well, drink well, enjoy baseball well, but make sure you're taking care of your finances. You can do that with our friends over at TrueMark Financial Credit Union, because at TrueMark, they want to make sure that when you join a credit union like TrueMark, you become a part owner, which means that your profits are coming back to you instead of going to shareholders. You're also a part of a company that has local roots. They are headquartered right here in Fort Washington. They've got 24 branches in the Philly area, and they're serving the Philly community and our people right here in this city of brotherly love. So when you become a member of TrueMark, you also get better rates, lower fees, a better return on your savings, and more flexible options, because they also have some great digital tools for you that allow you to have the technology right at your fingertips to manage your money. Whether you're saving up, whether you're looking to go on a trip, whether you want to maybe plan for your future, TrueMark Financial has options for you to make sure that you're financially being responsible. So become a member of your credit union that has a ton of benefits over being a customer at a bank. We've all heard the horror stories of dealing with banking issues, trying to figure out where your money is, things like that. It's a total no-brainer with TrueMark. So you can head over to TrueMark.com/PHLY to learn more or to find a branch near you. That's TrueMark.com/PHLY, federally insured by the NCUA.
Yeah, so Jason Stark just tweeted this out. We talked about the offensive explosion that happens to baseball games over in London. The Phillies today, with their six-run fourth inning, is tied for the second most runs in an inning over there. The Yankees had a 9-run inning back in 2019. Ooh. Now, they're tied with the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. All of those teams had 6-run innings over in London. So I don't know what it is about playing over there, but it is due for big innings. And with Taijuan Walker on the mound tomorrow, I would imagine the Mets are going to have their crack at one. Yeah. But the Phillies got theirs today. Of course, our sweet, adorable boy, Ranger Suarez, did not allow that to happen, Renee.
No.
He looked like he labored about once or twice there. I think it was, the first inning. But the beautiful thing about Ranger this season is he may let up a run or two, but, he gets himself out of trouble all the time. And again today, prevented the big run from happening.
Yeah, and honestly, we didn't expect Ranger to go deep into the game, especially coming off of the injury last Saturday and even just the tough outing against the Rockies would have been before that. But Ranger went out there and did exactly what he was expected to do. He battled. He did finish in total. When you look at his numbers, he ended up going 5 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits.
By the way, the shorts, Sosa kind of let one by there.
I know.
He should have gotten credit for the full 6.
I know.
But Orion came in and bailed him out. Regardless.
Orion did. And so he threw 89 pitches, 58 strikes, gave up 2 runs, both earned, of course, 1 walk, 6 Ks, and did finish with a 1.81 on the day for an ERA.
Ranger Suarez, that might actually inflate his ERA a tiny little bit.
That's the thing, because Ranger already came into the game top in Major League Baseball in wins, ERA, WHIP, and second in OPP and opponent's batting average.
OPP, yeah,
so,
you know me. Are you too old for that?
No, I know that song.
Okay.
That one OPP?
Yeah,
I know.
All right.
I didn't know what it meant, but I know it.
Other people's privates.
Or property.
As a kid, it was always other people's privates. I don't know if that's real or not. I have no
we would say other people's property, but it's all the same. But yeah, his numbers already top of the league coming in. He's been fantastic, and we expected, as we talked through, how the aerodynamics and the different environment would allow for more hits, for more home runs. Not with Ranger on the mound, though.
No.
We knew that was not going to be the case.
They gave Sean Renee juice baseballs. Ranger, They were like, here's a dead ball, buddy. You're too cute. We can't have your ER inflate over 2.
No, we can't have that.
No, not at all.
But he's one that you never feel nervous about. And it's great to see how he's been pitching. It's great to see him back, healthy. Of course, when he went down with that comebacker, a little nerve-wracking. But as he was saying, I know.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Crapping bricks out here, nervous. But as he was saying, it could have been worse. He was just so thankful. And I think, to be honest, it even gave him a better appreciation of being healthy and being on the mound every day. Because in that moment, we were all very nervous about, what that comebacker was going to do to his hand.
Yeah, as the Phillies are 2 outs away here from taking game 1 in the Queens. Queens.
What do you want to add?
What was your favorite part of the day's game? The Fanatic. Yeah. Fanatic delivering food to the
Some
broadcast
fish
booth.
and chips. Did you see the Fanatic
She likes
delivering?
fish and chips.
Oh.
Yeah.
You like to eat some fish and chips?
Yeah. Definitely.
She's like, woman, don't talk to me in this accent.
So, Bryce Harper, we talk about him being, bright lights, big moment type of guy. This is courtesy of Sarah Langs. Bryce Harper and the Phillies entered today 21-0 when Bryce Harper has had an RBI this season. That's tied for the 10th longest streak of team wins when a certain player has an RBI to start a season since the RBI became official in 1920. He now trails Lou Gehrig and the 1928 Yankees with 27 wins. Red Rolfe, of course, from 1939, 26 wins. Mickey Cochran in 1929 with 26 wins. Jeff Cirillo, 25 wins. Mickey Owen, 25 wins. Red Rolfe again. Marty Marin, Craig Counsell, and Mark Bellinger. So Bryce Harper up there with being very good for his team in just carrying them. You're going to go back to mom? All right. See ya. Thanks for coming by.
We're just getting some guests here. Look at you.
Yeah, speaking of guests, we should grab
let's do it.
Josh or Matt.
But I do love the fact that we are seeing Bryce continue to lead this team in such an amazing way. And the team responds. Like he makes a big play. He hits a home run. He slides in with the soccer celebration. He then, we see the headband, the armband, the bat, all the little things. Bryce embodies what we enjoy about the Phillies the most. And it really is spectacular to see. And listen, we have been so fortunate, guys, that we have a number of diehards and friends that are here. Scooch on in, slide on in so we can see you. We've got our dear friend Josh, who came all the way from Delaware, Delaware, about an hour and a half from here to hang out with us today.
Yep.
How much are you enjoying this game? Gall & Co., the Witterwodowski, the food, the vibes?
It's an awesome experience. It's the first time I've been to here. It's the first time I've had this sandwich, and it's been the first time I've been to an event with you guys, and it's really cool. I've been seeing you guys on your podcast and everything since the season started, and it's cool to be a part of it and see the game with you guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and you made our day coming that far to hang out. But Josh, how awesome is this team? I mean, it's just like, you never feel like they're going to lose a game. It's like exhilarating baseball.
It's the best team obviously I've ever seen. I'm only 24, so I was old enough to see the 2018, but I wasn't as big a sports fan as I am now, so it's great to see the team and the pitching and everything come together the way it is. It's kind of what we've been dreaming for the last couple seasons, and it finally started off the way we wanted it to and the way it's ended, so it's good to see.
That's a great point. I mean, it's starting strong, and they've been continuing that, and as they're getting ready to close out the game today, every day they're consistently showing how they're the best, one of the best teams in baseball. They're consistently showing the depth. They're consistently showing the talent is not a fluke.
Oh, Renee, you might get your prediction.
Oh.
Renee predicted 7-3, Josh.
No,
so.
8-2.
Oh, you were 8-2.
So I'm not
I
going
was
to get my
8-3.
prediction. Yeah. I'm not going to get my
7-3,
prediction.
nobody?
Yeah, Andrew said 8-3.
8-3, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, we're now getting a nice look at how they converted
How they built the field.
the field. I was wondering that, actually.
That's really cool.
Wow.
That
Shout out
looks
to
expensive.
that has to be extremely expensive. And also,
That looked like money.
yeah, all I saw was ching, 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 ching.
How's it not dark over there already?
It's like 5-6 hours ahead of
Yeah,
us or
so
something.
they're
It's 9 o'clock at night, right?
Something like that.
It
Yeah,
looked like
it
it was
should
so
actually
light
be
in the
like 10
sky.
o'clock. Yeah,
That
because
was
they're
weird.
6 hours ahead of us. Because their game started, it would have been 6 o'clock. Math.
Don't make me do that.
It looks really
Yeah, I
bright.
think so.
It looks bright
Like,
still,
Do they
right?
not have
We're
nighttime?
midday over there.
It's
Yeah.
9:01.
So
Yeah.
9 o'clock in London.
But it looks light out still.
Wow. Learn
Even-
something new.
Even Mets fans are just looking to be put out of their misery at this point.
To be a Mets fan has to be miserable at this point.
At this point, to be any other team's fans, kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about that all the time, how spoiled we really are when you look at other teams. I mean, we have top 4 pitchers in ERA across Major League Baseball in the top 15. You know, the stats, the records, the history that's being made with this group. Very spoiled, and it's a good thing to have this opportunity to just bask in this success and enjoy it.
The excitement to want to watch every single game and to wait for the first pitch on every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it's what you wake up for. It's okay, we wake up and it's when they playing today.
So how'd you feel your time the last 2 nights? Because I watched some NBA the other night. I wasn't really feeling it. It was a bad game. And then last night I just aimlessly browsed TV, not finding anything. I was lost.
I watched some other sports podcasts.
Okay.
I'm a WWE fan, so I watched.
Did you go
SmackDown
when it was
last
in
night.
Philly?
I didn't go to WrestleMania itself. I went up to the
events,
the Superstore and stuff, and I got a tattoo
Well,
at the
who
thing.
is that?
That's for the Undertaker.
That's
I
the
thought so.
Undertaker.
Okay. Oh, so you would have been thrilled
Oh, so
when the
this was
Undertaker.
that was your big event.
Oh,
You coming
yeah.
back.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great to see the Undertaker come back out.
Come on, let's end this.
Ruiz is out there on the mound, and we are.
And it's
And that is game.
Got the
High
W.
fives all around. Yeah, high five, Josh. Phillies win
Good job.
again. Yes.
Yeah.
7-2
So
final.
I said 8-2.
So it doesn't count. So you were close, but yeah.
I was closest. I wasn't
Well,
close.
I mean-
I was closest.
How many points for your fantasy team on this one?
Yeah.
Dang, Josh.
Don't even start.
No.
Don't wind her up.
I haven't checked my fantasy team today. I'm a little disappointed with the guys. We're going to make a big bounce and come back.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Josh, we thank you so much.
Of course, I appreciate
It's
it.
been a pleasure
Thank you,
being able
guys.
to meet you
Yeah,
and
thanks
hang
so
with
much
you
for
and
coming
watch
out,
the
buddy.
Phillies win with you in person.
Of course, it was awesome. Thank
we'll
you,
have to do this
appreciate
again,
it.
yeah.
Next time I see you guys with an event, hopefully I'll be able to make it
Yeah,
down to that one.
definitely.
Absolutely. You're always welcome. You're always
Thank you.
welcome.
Thanks,
Good meeting you
Josh.
guys. Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, it was a
you
lot
as
of fun
well.
today here at Gall and Company in Rockledge. Got to meet some diehards like Duncan Dad and other regular.
Yeah, we'll
Matt-
bring him on in a moment, too,
Matt
if he's still
Albertson
here.
and his 1912 Phillies all cotton jersey was pretty hilarious. It was great to meet some people out here today, and the Phillies get the win. And
Yes. And you
it's
know
only
what?
a real 2-game series, Renee, if they win both. Otherwise,
It is.
it's fake.
It's
Everybody knows this.
It's a conspiracy if things don't go the Phillies' way. Otherwise, this is the right choice to go out there, play an exhibition game, 2 games in London, have a chance to show the UK what the Phillies are all about. And you guys can also make the right choice with our friends over at Rite Aid, because we want to make sure that you are taking care of you and your family all year round. With Rite Aid, they have the vaccines that you need. They also have great pharmacy services for you. So with a Rite Aid, their My Pharmacy account, you have a chance to refill prescriptions, schedule a vaccine, get personalized care recommendations. You can also sign up for prescription notifications, as well as just make sure that you have all the information right there online. You don't have to worry about stressing about your prescriptions. You know, we don't know stress here as Phillies fans right now in this season. Mets fans, you know what stress is all about.
Oh, yeah.
With Rite Aid, you don't have to have that stress. You can have Rite Aid refill your prescriptions automatically when you enroll in their automated courtesy refills, and they just really take all the worry out of managing your prescriptions. They have a mobile app for you where you can transfer and refill prescriptions. They have medication reminders, just simplifying everything for you. It's the right choice to set up your account with Rite Aid today. So with all the little things that you need, snacks, ice cream, sunscreen, and pool floats for the summer, whatever it is, Rite Aid also has some great medical benefits as well around their pharmacy services. You can transfer your prescriptions to Rite Aid today. Go to riteaid.com/transfer. Rite Aid has caring pharmacists ready to answer your questions and help you stay healthy. Get your prescriptions along with anything at Rite Aid you may need, including those over-the-counter medicines, household products, cosmetics, and much, much more. And just ask your pharmacy team for details. Some restrictions may apply. Go check out our friends over at Rite Aid today.
Yeah, and let me just tell you you just met Josh, who's one of our diehards, and Matt Albertson, and Duncan Dad, a couple others we got to meet here today. And if you can become a diehard with us at ALLPHLY.com, you not only get access to the best written content in the city, if I might pump up our own authors, journalists on the staff here between Charlie O'Connor and Kyle Newbeck, Derek Bodner, Jim Salisbury, and John Foley, with Les Bowen, Zach Berman, and Bo Wolf. And, not to mention maybe even Anthony Gargano from time to time. We have awesome written content, the best in the city. You get discounts to future events here at the station. You get to come out to stuff like this. You get an invite to the Discord. You get a free T-shirt. And we have a ton of stuff coming up tomorrow in Port Richmond. We're going to be broadcasting from the Gall and Company in Port Richmond for the morning game. We'll have Miller Lite specials. We'll be giving away Miller Lite tickets. And, of course, don't forget we have a golf event coming up July 13th over at Valley Brook Country Club, the first annual Liberty Open. It's a scramble, 18 holes with a cart, tournament gifts and tea prizes, Taste of Philly dinner afterwards, and post-round ceremony at the pavilion. So check out us tomorrow at Gall & Co. Think about becoming a diehard here at PHLY, and definitely consider the first Liberty Open golf outing on July 13th. All right, we're welcoming in another one as the Phillies win 7-2 here in the first London game. Renee, take
And
it
that's
over.
the thing, Jamie. I mean, this is what we love about our diehards, our friends, that we don't always get to meet in person and now get a chance to hang with Keith. You are from the area. You had a chance to come hang out with us here at Gall & Co. today, and we got to see another Phillies win. How about these guys and how special this season has been?
They're never out of it, right?
Yeah, it really is just kind of ridiculous where you wake up and just expect the Phillies to win.
They expect to win, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't even get mad when they lose one because I guess they're human. I guess that's allowed.
What has been the most enjoyable part about this team so far this season when you look at how they started for you?
I think just how much fun they're having. It looks like they're just having a blast. Like they wake up, they expect to win.
Yeah.
It just
And even to that point, like Castellanos, the guy that struggled so much, like he's still having so much fun.
Yeah.
You still see the teammates responding to him in a positive way. It's just such an easy group to root for.
And that's the thing, they lift each other up. You look at Whit Merrifield that smashes that 3-run homer, Nick Castellanos with a big play. Whether it's a big play like that or even the little things, they're right there for each other, and it does feel like that brotherhood, that family, that team chemistry is what is the big success of this group. Because to have a chance to, have this historic start and every day it's somebody different, I think speaks volumes to really the chemistry and the depth of this team, honestly.
Yeah, it feels like there's not too much pressure. If someone's struggling, someone picks them up.
Exactly.
You got the 8-9 batters, putting up good numbers.
Exactly.
1-9. So it's a fun team.
It is, and we get another great performance from Ranger Suarez today, who started things off for us. It was nice to see him back on the mound. Very encouraging to see how he was able to pitch. Technically, it goes down as 5 2/3 innings, as we were just talking about on the show.
Yeah.
But the pitching staff as a whole, everybody except Taiwan, which I hate to bring up because we'll talk about him since he's going to start tomorrow, has been electric, has been magnificent to watch how they've been performing and playing. It's been fun to see.
Yeah, is Gall & Co. a normal watering hole for you?
Not really.
No? Nice.
No. But I've had it.
Did you get the Winter Witkowski?
I had that before.
Yeah, that's a
So I
sandwich,
got
man.
the egg rolls today.
Nice. Yeah, we had those.
Yeah.
Those were very tasty.
Andrew was killing the egg rolls.
Yeah.
Love them.
So good.
I don't know if there's anything here that I've seen or had that just it's hearty, it's filling, it's like almost made me want to have to curl up and take a nap somewhere. Like it's
Northeast Philly has some great spots. This is one of them.
Yeah. A really, really great spot. We can't thank Miller Lite enough for having us out here.
Definitely.
We'll be giving away more Miller Lite tickets tomorrow in Port Richmond. So really looking forward to that. Was it Keith?
Yes.
Thanks you so much for stopping by.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thanks for
Thanks
hanging
for coming
out
out
with
to
us
the
today.
event.
It's such a pleasure having you.
Good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And the Phillies
So,
just continue to work teams here. Let's take a look at the current standings. I can't get over some of the. And by the way, Sir Anthony Dominguez might be back.
I think so too.
He hit 99.2 miles an hour today. And usually when Orion Kerkering enters the game, if you're following along on like MLB Savant or the advanced stats metrics, he usually after 5 pitches becomes the 5 hardest thrown balls in the game. Orion today, the top 2 hardest thrown balls, 99.7, 99.5. Sir Anthony sneaks in there, 99.2, and then Orion 99.2, Orion 99. I think Fox actually had the 99.7 as 100 on the screen. But if Sir Anthony has stabilized and figured some things out, This bullpen, Renee, is absolutely, I'm going to curse, fucking ridiculous.
Actually giving a
I
disclaimer.
cursed.
Wow.
Wow.
But like that's how I describe this bullpen because they are just filthy.
Yeah, and listen, everything that we've talked about that has been an area of concern continues to get resolved. Now, London feels like it's been the ultimate like fountain of youth, fountain of great baseball because so far in the few days that they've been here and the one whole game that we've seen them play, it just feels different. You know, I think this team is really, actually like Keith was just saying, they're just having fun. They're just enjoying it. And when you can play and just focus on having fun and you don't have to overthink everything. I know Rob Thompson preaches that for these guys, like just go play. Just play baseball. Like you played this for as many years, your entire life. Just go play. And to look at Seranthony Dominguez today, to go an inning and not give up a single hit, not give up a run, had one walk. I mean, it's just steady. And he has honestly turned a corner where you're not nervous about him when he's taking them out. Orion has already been that. He throws gas. He's been fantastic to watch his progression. He's still so young. But you've seen Seranthony Dominguez and even Ruiz, who got the close. I know in the chat you guys are like, why?
Jose,
why
it could be a hidden gem.
I know. Jose Ruiz at the end goes out there. He did give up a pair of hits, but got out of the game, closed out the game. And we've seen him be put in situations at the bullpen where he's coming in as a closer role to finish off the game, and Jose Ruiz has delivered that.
Yeah,
as
he's
a
getting
quiet,
the
sneaky,
high leverage kind of like closeout situations.
Yeah.
And it's probably, you know, look, Rob Thompson got his 200th win today as Phillies manager. Congrats, Rob. And by the way, I talked about yesterday with Andrew and Anthony that we thought it was bourbon in the, you know, the toast he gave at Passion Cave. But Rob is actually a Scotch man.
Okay.
So I did want to be
a man of my heart.
Yeah, he's a Petey Mossy Scotch guy. But Rob Thompson, like, you know, these are the things you point out that Ruiz is kind of getting these closeout situations. And that might just be Rob kind of building the confidence and playing the long game with them of like, hey, man, we think you got stuff. And, like, I'm putting you on the game to kind of close it out here. If you like runs scored, though, and we'll talk about this in a minute because our man Duncan Dad's here. But tomorrow is going to be a heavy over game.
Heavy over. Lots of overs, man. Lots of runs.
Yeah, the amount of runs scored when Major League Baseball goes to London is pretty wild.
It's like 8.5, 9, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the one game was Yankees 17-13 over the Red Sox. So, like, there's been an insane amount of runs scored over there. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me. Renee, Jamie, thanks so much. Hey, guys, PHLY Sports, amazing out here, guys. Really drumming it up. Authentic Philadelphia sports takes.
Aww.
A lot of times we feed into the media, what's going on, most stuff.
Yeah, there's a bit of a culture of takes in Philadelphia.
Culture of takes in Philadelphia. Every now and then, you know the guys, some of the players.
Yeah.
But these guys, spot on. But yeah, the runs. A little slow start for the Phils today,
Fourth
but
inning
eventually,
happened and bang.
turn on, right?
That's what this team does. When they get going, it's dangerous. And honestly, even when they went down a run, and we've seen this time after time, they go down. They rarely go down first, by the way. They usually score first and
Score first, then they go down. Right.
It's like 60+% that they've gone out and started the game up. But when they do happen to trail, they come right back and they answer back and they respond well as a team. And you see it's usually one guy that makes a difference. It was Bryce Harper gets an incredible home run, and from there, game over. Like, absolutely. You never doubted in your mind.
No, absolutely. And I think that's the mentality of the sports fan in Philadelphia needs to switch. It's like we're so used to playing from this disadvantage. Now this year, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
We're
All the
expecting
time.
you guys to do this. And you get Whit Merrifield today contributing, Sosa to the base hit, Bohm come through, and, there's not for anything. But, like, after a while, you look at the 2-out production, these guys are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of teams like, and these guys never go up in the lineup. And we've seen a couple other teams, the Orioles do it, the Rays do it. But these guys this year, 375, 400 batting average with 2 outs.
Yeah,
they just push guys through.
Seems to get better with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Which is
absolutely amazing.
Insane.
And go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go ahead.
I would say it's those situations where they are under pressure. It's 2 outs or games on the line. How many times have we seen them? A guy get called up. Cody Clemens happened. David Dahl
Dahl,
gets the call up, smashes a home run.
Yeah, absolutely.
under pressure in those moments where the lights shine brightest, the Phillies rise to the occasion. And you're right, that is special because we're so used to waiting for the other shoe to fall off. And we have such PTSD as Philly sports fans of like, when are they going to turn back into a pumpkin? And right now, this team is showing that they're continuing to honestly get better as the season's going on. It's June, and I still don't think we've fully seen them play.
What's best about it is
their best.
I don't think I have the PTSD from Game 6 and 7 last year in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And because which is weird because you'd think you would, but they've won games in so many different ways. Pitching duels, bullpen games, small ball games, smashing the ball. They are showing a well-versed nature in how to win games that, I'm almost forget about it. I'm not even going to think about last year.
There's come a point this year where I've been invested with them, and I'm like, we still have a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's genuine, though. It's not just being a biased fan.
No,
it's
not, right? It's genuine reaction. And re-gearing myself after, I'll age myself. After 35 years of watching, you're just like, wait a minute. These guys have got a shot.
Yeah.
There's a legit chance where we're going to push a 2-3 runs. We got this. And the bullpen, Strom, if he's not an all-star,
he deserves to be.
There is something wrong with the voting. It is completely biased. You go 25 innings unscored in today's day and age, because today's day and age, you want runs, right?
Yes.
And we can beat around the bush, but Major League Baseball themselves, they want runs.
Exactly.
Offense drives the game. It drives the game in every other sport. He's locked down. Mm-hmm. And Ranger today gives up the early run. He just locks in, does his thing. And you know what? You shake the rust off. I get that. Yeah. But he just comes in and does his thing. Yeah. He deals.
And that's what they've talked about. Looking back last year, when you talk about that NLCS frustrating ending to the season, they learned a lot from that.
Absolutely.
And it really shook them up. And they talked about coming into this year, having the focus, the discipline, and learning from it. And it's been a lot of different factors. The depth has been there because that's been a big part of what we've seen. Where you have, I still can't believe you have your four of your starting pitchers in the top 15 across Major League Baseball ERA. 4 of them in the top 6 in the NL. But then also, not only do you have the depth, but you have the versatility. You can win with a bunt. You can win with a walk-off. You can win with the guy that just got called up from AAA. It's not the same recipe for success day in and day out, which makes them unpredictable for opponents to try to figure out.
Absolutely. And people talk about it all the time, should you bring someone in? Who do you bring in? Who do you take out? And I talk to myself all the time, and I'm saying to myself, it's really about the chemistry.
Yeah.
You want to, you can say,
I
want to bring in Soto. I want to bring in Ohtani. I'm not saying you guys get there, but
sure, if you get them, go
get them, great. But you've got to fit the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bring a guy in, does he get it?
And I
do they get the vibe?
Say that. In sports, you can have, we've seen this time and time again, the super teams with all this talent, and they fall short because they don't have the chemistry.
Nope.
There's only one ball out there, so it doesn't matter how many superstars you have.
That's right.
And you need to figure out a way that they're going to gel together, have the chemistry, pick each other up.
Absolutely.
And
that all starts with the leaders. I heard Bryce Harper yesterday on MLB Network talking about that, and he was like, we have something special in the locker room. He said, not only is this the most talented team I've been on, but he said, even if you're a guy getting called up, everybody in that locker room is going to kill you with positivity and make you feel like you belong. Mm-hmm. And it's a really special culture now. Because if it was just a 3-month sample size of this, we'd be tooting our own horn a little bit.
Exactly.
But you've seen it now span 3 or 4 seasons. And you know the constants, the Bryces, the Schwarbers, even Nick Castellanos to a degree. Mm-hmm. They're the constants of that locker room, and they allow it to be a special culture.
And it's getting better every season.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
look at how this group, the makeup of this group compared to last year, not only are they improving in terms of records that you can actually calculate the difference of last year. It took until July to get over 500, or I want to say it was maybe late June. But you look at even how they're playing, how they're carrying themselves, and the swagger, the confidence, but it's very composed. It's not overly cocky and arrogant. No. It's very focused and locked in everything they're doing. So it is fun to see how this group has continued to progress.
Shout out to Sam from England in the chat.
Yes.
He said seeing a Harper home run in person is awesome.
All right, man.
So very cool. Duncan Dad, can't thank you enough for coming out today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining
Yeah, it was great to meet you
See
finally.
you guys tomorrow, finally, right?
Oh, you coming to Port Richmond?
I'll come tomorrow.
yeah.
I gotta chide John a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like sitting around. He's like, "Oh, that's my Port Richmond neighbor." I'm like, "All right, John. All right."
There you go.
We'll show
There you
tomorrow.
go.
We'll show up.
Yes, John
Yes,
Foley will
John
be
will
with
be
us
there.
tomorrow.
All right, guys. Thank you so
I
much.
love that. Thank you so
All right,
much.
guys. Take care.
See ya.
See
you
ya.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. I was going to say, hasta mañana.
Yeah, we'll be back
See you
tomorrow,
tomorrow for more
in
baseball.
Port Richmond at the Gall & Co. down there, which Andrew tells us is an old church.
Yeah,
And Matt,
converted
the owner.
church.
Well,
Yeah.
they told us that. Matt Yeck told us that when he joined us.
Yeah, very cool.
And that was I'm excited to hear about the way they transformed that. Andrew, you've seen it already in person. What can the good people expect tomorrow when we go down to Gall & Co. in Port Richmond?
I mean, think about drinking a beer in a pew. That's what it's going to be like.
That's what I always thought about in grade school.
So you're saying it's okay, as JP was saying, to like have a shot and do a a little Hail Mary.
Oh, of course,
Bam.
definitely. Yeah.
Win-win.
All
And it's a Sunday.
So I'm gonna pull up the lines right now on Bet Park. So
Oh, boy.
tomorrow's over/under, because if you like runs scored, well, Brits, do I have something for you? Tomorrow's game could be a high-scoring one, as it is going to be Taijuan Walker and his 5.73 ERA, and he's 3-1, mind you.
Right. Right.
Which just goes to the point that the Phillies can win kind of like however they need to win, versus Jose Quintana and his 5.17 ERA. I would have to imagine the over-under on this one comes in at probably 8.5. But my internet is failing me because everybody in Gall & Co. is having a blast.
I'm like looking on the internet now. Probably,
Yeah.
I probably directly just took your.
So are we going to get the 15-12 game tomorrow?
Honestly, guys, I think we might be in for a treat, because I think today was the day of just great Ranger pitching, solid.
Adorable boy.
To give up the 2 runs, you never expected it to really spiral
Love that
from
man.
there. I know you do, Jamie. Calm down. And then on the other side, you knew that offensively they were going to be able to put the Mets away and never look back. Now tomorrow, I think it's going to feel like a home run derby. I think we're going to get a lot of home runs, a lot of hits. I think it's just going to be overall, unfortunately for Taijuan, a chance for the Mets to rock him a little bit. But I'm hoping he's sipping some of this London Kool-Aid that Whit Merrifield and Sir Anthony Dominguez and everybody else has been drinking. And honestly, I feel as though tomorrow we're going to get a really great Taijuan Walker. I think he's going to come out.
You
It's gonna
can't
be
say that with a straight face.
I'm trying. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, guys. Nobody else might believe in him. I think this change of scenery is gonna be enough for Taijuan. He's gonna give up like 3 runs.
Do you think she believes this? I don't know if you believe it.
The vibes are high. They're in London. Like,
You speak about the vibes being high. What an awesome scene it was in here today. Because like we talked about, this is just an early June regular season baseball game. And to see this whole place packed and cheering and
Wall to
high-fiving,
wall.
like the Phillies are, like last year was great and special. It seems like this season, not only from the results, but from the fan attitude and into-itness is like on steroids compared to last year. To see a bar like that in early June was really, really cool.
it is, and this group has the city in a chokehold right now.
Yeah.
Because right now everybody is like,
Oh, yeah.
no, but have you? Okay, I'm not gonna say anymore. That's like a saying, not like a
You are right, though.
Yeah.
It's like a playoff atmosphere the entire season. It's
Yeah.
really
All the
wild.
time.
Anywhere you go, it's Phillies, Phillies, Phillies. It's great.
I see more people rocking Phillies gear, excited, talking about the Phillies, raving about the Phillies, I should say, now. And it is only June. Like, this time of the year is when you normally get, like, the casual fans. They're just going to hang out because it's nice weather. No. It's packed out. Even today, you look
Yeah,
at
it was
this at the stadium.
awesome.
Packed, all Phillies jerseys. I know it was weird in the chat. Dave P. and you guys were mentioning the wall. The wall was
The
odd.
wall was weird. I
The
couldn't
wall
get
was
over
weird.
that.
Yeah,
I need people
it was a
behind
little
home
funky.
plate.
But it's been great to see how much everybody is rallying, and I think it's going both ways. The fans are feeding off the team. The team's feeding off the fans.
Yeah, Buster Olney tweeted it out before the game. The Phillies now, according to the ESPN projection
Oh, boy.
index, have a 99.6% chance of making the playoffs. And, you know, it's a credit to Rob and the leaders of this Phillies team. They talked about coming out hot. They talked about wanting to win the division and all that. And until they put it into actual effect, you know, words are meaningless. They've come out and made the rest of this season a lot easier on themselves because we're not going to have to sweat an August dip of, you know, losing 5 of 6. You're not going to worry about like, oh shit, the Braves are coming up the second week of September. If they lose that one, then they're on the road. You don't have to do any of that. They've set their lives up to be a lot easier this year.
You know what? I remember we were having a conversation in the offseason about our predictions of what we want the Phillies to do to be successful this year. Like, what are some of the keys for them? And one of the things that, actually, I think I brought it up, but I don't want to toot my own horn. But
so that's ever stopped you in the past?
One of the things that I remember saying is I would love for the Phillies to be in a position where they lock in the division. Paige, I'm tooting my own horn. Go toot toot.
To go power. Toot that horn.
Yeah, toot toot. Oh. Okay. Next time, Paige. Next time. It's fine. But I remember saying I would love for this team to be in a position where we don't have to hold our breath and hope they get in the playoffs. The last 2 years, they snuck in. They squeezed in. It was the wild card. It was, you know, August, September, you're holding your breath because you're watching what's going on around the division. That's not something that you want to have happen. You want to take care of business, control what you can control. And here we are in June, and so far, if the Phillies, they win 500 of their next games pretty much.
They're 45-19.
Right.
They're winning 70% of their games. This is wild. They have an 8.5 game lead in early June. This is what it felt like for the Braves the past couple of years. Now, hopefully the results are different come postseason. But to have this, to have the division at, a Heisman pose already in mid-June is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Breezing through.
And the reality is Dave Dombrowski is a put them on the table and go for it type of GM. So as good as the Phillies are, this isn't a situation where you're going, all right, well, we're good. We don't need to add much. I think this is the opposite for Dave Dombrowski where he goes, oh, we're this good, and I can go get a Luis Robert or possibly a Kyle Tucker or Randy Arozarena to supplement my outfield. Yeah, hell yeah, let's go for it. So the potential is the Phillies could still get better, which is absolutely wild, Renee.
Yeah, and as we talk about the possible trade moves that they can make before the deadline, I would imagine they're going to push all their chips in. With every win, with every game like we had today, I feel like that's all the ammunition for why the Phillies need to make that one move to upgrade in an area. Because they do have the talent, the chemistry, the culture, it's all there. And now if you can bring in that one piece to help solidify you, why not do it? I do want to also call out Sam from England. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, it's funny because when people do an American accent, I always laugh. And now I feel so... He doesn't like my accent. He said it's not good.
Roasted.
I have a few... There's a few options for English accents.
See, I'm not even going to attempt it because I know there's others. Oh, boy.
Yeah, because as he's mentioning, he's saying it's more of like a South Posh one. There's leather, it's
like... It did sound royalish.
Yeah. Okay.
What else do you have? You got a real
what else do you have?
You got a real Cockney accent?
Let me lock in.
Oh, bruv. How you doing?
Hello, governor. Like that, you know? Sorry, Sam. I didn't mean that.
Sorry.
That's a stereotype.
Wow, that's such a stereotype.
What do you got?
Well, I think the Phillies are going to go the full distance this year and be able to win it all.
Just broke. You just broke the stream.
No way!
No, you didn't.
Oh, wow, that's
I just
rude.
wanted it down.
That's so rude.
Freaked me out a little bit.
That's just a little bit rude. Okay. I just panicked and had a heart attack.
No, we're having
it's
fun.
It's fine. You know what, Tim? I'm gonna go work on it. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah. I will come back. I have a lot of different accents I can speak in. I'll work on it. My bad. I'll do better, guys. I'll do better. I like the accountability.
Yeah. We'll hold ourselves accountable. So does the Bryce soccer celebration, does that become like the thumbnail of this Phillies season?
Ooh,
oh yeah,
is that going to be the iconic image that we?
I mean, kind of, right? Like, if you're thinking back on the World Series, year in review DVD.
That's the picture.
That's the
Not
picture,
a
right?
DVD.
Yeah, that's right on the disc.
Right on the disc. That's like the bounce screen. It's just him sliding around. But that was a really cool moment today to see him do that there.
I know, and it was incredible because planned or not planned, I'm still gonna go off of the he had a top 3 and went with the best, what he was feeling in the moment. But it was great to embrace. You're in a soccer-heavy country. You're in a soccer stadium. You're in a whole different environment, and you're you just brought in so many worlds. I've been seeing people talking about comparing him to Messi. I know, JP. I know you're cringing over there. I am too. But you just brought the soccer world in. You brought the Premier League in. You brought everybody in baseball. Now it's reached so many other people because in that one moment you won people over with a slide, not the home run, the slide. But it was special to see, and honestly, Bryce he's the man right now. He is really bringing the energy. I just love that he always embraces everything Philly. I can't stress that enough because that is important when you're watching. You're in London and you're repping the Fanatic bat and the headband, the wristband, everything that you're wearing. It's just always an ode to Philly, an ode to the city, wherever he's traveling to. He gets it.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So Ranger Suarez was great again today, Renee. We talked about his ERA lead in baseball is down to 1/100th of a point as he has now a 1.81 ERA. And Luis Gil, who was having a breakout season of breakout seasons for the Yankees this year, right on his heels with a 1.82.
How dare you dip, Ranger?
I don't want to see you lose this, Ranger. You got to get it together, man.
How
Your opponents are
dare
hitting
you.
181 against you. What is wrong with you? Luis Gil, though, his opponents are hitting 129 against him this season. That is freaky. And we talk about being spoiled all the time. Here's the ERA leaders in baseball, not
where
league
we at
specific.
now as of
So we have number 1, Ranger Suarez. Zach Wheeler's number 7. Christopher Sanchez is number 10. And Aaron Nola is number 13.
And what's great about that is they actually increased since our Wednesday show.
Yeah.
We haven't even played a game the last 2 days.
Ranger had his blow-up game today. With
Rangers
run.
had a 3-game blow-up of Rockies injury today. That was a down streak for Ranger. And actually the Phillies pitchers have moved up the ladder in ERA because they were top 15. So it's just remarkable to see, and I love the fact that today was a great chance. I'm so glad Ranger got the chance to start today.
Yeah,
had he not been able to, you're now prolonging your return, but you get that feel-good moment to take the mound in an exhibition-style game. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, Ranger gets 10 swing and misses today. Overall, not his best day, but still a magnificent performance. If you missed it earlier, Nick Castellanos' home run went 415 feet and was hit at 113.1 miles an hour, the hardest hit ball of Nick Castellanos' career. Not career as a Philly, career. So we've declared Nick Castellanos back, and good times are ahead. Hopefully June Schwarber is sure to follow. Bryce Harper is on an MVP campaign, which might be the quietest MVP campaign.
Definitely being playing at the top first baseman level, and now it is about the MVP. I feel like he's going for.
Freddie Freeman's still pretty good.
Yeah, but even the power rankings for first base have Bryce at number 1.
Who's power rankings, though?
The league.
The league.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I know. Did you see that?
I did not.
Our guy.
Yeah.
We called it. We called it.
Yeah. Sure, I'll ride on your coattails on that one if you're going to ride on
Listen,
mine.
my fantasy team. See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Earlier, but see you there.
Yes, we'll be there bright and early.
Yes.
See you guys.
Really looking forward to tomorrow's
listen, my
show.
fantasy team is losing, Jamie. I gotta get something here. I'm struggling. I'm down bad.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, as you talk about Bryce, he is quietly having an MVP season. One of the top across the league in RBIs, home runs, batting average. And he really doesn't even feel like he's fully broken through. We're seeing a great Bryce Harper, but I feel like the bar for where he wants himself to be at, he still hasn't even reached that yet for this season. So
before we get out of here, can we just have a collective laugh at the Mets' expense? What a shit organization. Mets,
tomorrow you're only going to score 3 runs on Taiwan Walker.
I would
We're going to
really
be laughing
hate to
some
be a
more.
Mets fan. It would suck so bad.
Mets just keep metting.
Yes. So thank you to everybody that joined us here at Gall & Co. It was great to meet some people. If you ever want to consider being a diehard with us here at PHLY, You get a lot of great benefits, including free merch, access to the best writers in the city, our Discord, discounts on future events, tons of great stuff. Tomorrow, Renee, really looking forward to it. Official start time is 10:10 tomorrow for the game.
Bright and early.
Pre-game show will be 9:30 in the morning. What is your preferred morning cocktail? Are you a mimosa girl, a Bloody Mary girl,
All right, I'm
a
gonna let you.
Micheletta?
I'm gonna let you guess. See
I
how
think
well
you're
you
a
know me.
mimosa. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go mimosa, right?
Dang, that was too easy. I'm
Yeah.
a mimosa gal.
Yeah.
Are you like a Bloody Mary person? I feel like I could see you.
Huge Bloody guy.
I could totally see that.
Champagne is like instant headache for me, so I'm out.
Yeah. But you can make a mimosa with wine.
A white wine, I
Yeah.
assume, with orange juice.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Well, there's the bromosa, which is beer and orange juice.
That's a thing. That works.
I don't see the need to mix the two. I'd rather just drink the beer early in the morning.
Drink the beer, hold the orange juice.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I love orange juice
Give
too
me
much.
a mimosa.
Yeah, I never
hold
want to.
the
I
orange
never want to
juice.
bastardize orange juice.
Bastardize?
Well, if you get hungover on it, then you might have like a funny. I respect orange juice too much to bring alcohol into it. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
it's such a great mix with alcohol.
I'm sure it is, but I'm out on that. So
That's a take that I don't know about.
I'm going to be a Miller Lite and Bloody Mary man tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm very excited for morning baseball.
Yes.
The dads out there, us early risers. Coffee, Bloody, Phillies baseball. It's going to be a blast.
That's just the dads.
Well, and the moms, but us early risers, you get to sleep in. You don't have to set an alarm. Well, tomorrow you do. But today, you didn't have to set an alarm today.
I was up early today.
Did you set an alarm?
Well, I had to be up early. I was on a flight.
Oh.
Yeah, I was up before you.
Oh.
Okay, I was up before the sun was up.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
will.
most days you don't need to set an alarm.
All right. So, yeah.
I say this out of jealousy.
Okay.
I wish I didn't have to set an alarm. These damn kids.
Well, look at them.
I
They're
know, they're really
adorable.
cute. They're really cute.
But I will say tomorrow for the dads, the moms, and the non-parents. Don't exclude us non-parents. Shout out to the non-parents in the house.
man.
Those of us that are that listen to that Spice Girl song.
About condoms?
About condoms.
Those perverts? The Spice Girls?
This is going X-rated. But I will say I'm excited for some mimosas.
About condoms.
I'm excited about mimosas. Some brunch. For Gall & Co, they have a great brunch menu that we're going to get to try tomorrow. And I don't know what I'm going to eat yet. I'm going to be continued, or to be determined, I should say, of what that brunch menu is. But yeah, it'll be bright and early, and you guys get to hang with us. Definitely so thrilled that we had a chance to meet so many of you here in person tomorrow. Come hang. We'll be right in Port Richmond at the Gall & Co location there.
John
and be
Foley
able
will
to
be
hang
with
out,
us.
watch the game, pregame show. John Foley will be in the house. Bowls and postgame show as well. So the fun times continue.
Oh, Mickey Durkin in the chat says it's Greyhound Man. The grapefruit and Grey Goose.
Should we come together tomorrow at Gall & Co?
I think we could sign off there.
I think that's a good close to the show, everybody. Thank you for coming out here
came up
today.
with that was
I'll give you that. That was all
I've been
right.
listening to a lot of Beatles music lately.
Skylar's been
the
real
London
into the Beatles
series
lately.
has had me very much in a UK state of mind
I did
with everything.
a unofficial walking Beatles tour of Liverpool when I was with my wife over there.
Oh, look
It was
at
very
you.
cool. Got to go to the cavern where they
Basically
started.
in the Beatles.
Yeah. But screw the Beatles.
Come together.
Nah, actually, they're fine. I have nothing against the British people.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, screw the Mets.
Yeah. Jog on, Mets.
There it is.
And let's have one last laugh for the Mets. You guys suck.
Is that your evil laugh?
Yeah. But we will be back tomorrow, 9:30 from the Gall & Co. in Port Richmond.
Come
Again,
together.
can't thank our friends at Miller Lite and Gall & Co. enough for having us and letting us invade your establishment, your mighty fine establishment. It was a great time. Phillies win 7-2. They're just a wagon. We'll be back tomorrow for pregame, watch-along, postgame. Hopefully you can hang with us at Gall & Co. in Port Richmond. Go Phils. See you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.